Welcome back. Well, we are coming into wedding season, and this year it is expected that nearly 2.5 million couples will tie the knot. So if you're planning a wedding, attending a wedding, or involved in any of the steps, you're going to want to tune into this. I have wedding expert Claire Roche here with us today. Claire, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me. Excited to chat about all things wedding.
And it is said, based on that number, 2.5 million couples tying the knot in 2022, that it's going to be one of the busiest wedding seasons that we've ever seen. So what are some top trends that you're noticing heading into this busy season?
Yeah, I think the top thing that I'm seeing is that couples feel a lot more permission to be creative with their wedding. Anything goes with their wedding. People aren't just doing things because they feel like they have to or because it's the way it's always been done. People are doing things the way they actually want to be doing it, which I think is super fun. So some couples are still opting for a large wedding, but I'm seeing quite a few couples that are choosing to go for a smaller wedding. So they're inviting fewer people, but they're able to customize their wedding a little bit more than they would be able to do if they were inviting 250 people. Seeing more wedding weekends. So, you have a welcome and then you have wedding and then you have a brunch. And so I think couples are having a lot more fun customizing and personalize your wedding, which is why I love places like Shutterfly, because they have lots of great, easy to apply options that are affordable, but still really enhance your wedding, whether you're doing a big wedding or you're doing a smaller wedding. So I'm loving that couples, I think, are having more fun with their wedding planning these days.
What advice do you have for couples who are just starting planning their wedding right now?
Yeah, for sure. My top recommendation right off the bat is to take a minute to celebrate, because once wedding planning starts, it really doesn't stop. So I encourage you to enjoy it, enjoy being engaged. And then my next thing that I encourage you to do, it's not very glamorous, but to set a budget. It's really important to be conscious of how much money you want to be spending, because it's very easy to spend all of your money on your wedding. And then you're going to need to set a venue, set a date, the whole 9 yards, because once you have a date, then you can book all of your other vendors, and those are people that are bringing your wedding to life, like a photographer, a planner, a florist. So those are my top recommendations if you're starting to plan your wedding.
And getting married in 2022 has unique challenges. Some issues are higher prices, limited availability. What can you help as far as these issues that couples may be encountering?
Yeah, my top recommendation, because things, as a wedding planner, I am talking to vendors all day long, and I am in the process very much so with my couples. This is so real. I'm seeing this on a daily basis. And so I'm navigating it as well with my couples. I recommend prioritizing. Pick the top few things that you really care about. Maybe it's the top 3 things that you and your partner really care about, are really excited about, and be committed to investing more in those, and then be willing to be flexible. Having a flexible mindset is the way to go when you're planning your wedding, just in general. But specifically in this season, I think it's very beneficial to be taking that mindset.
It's great advice. Where can we go for more information about everything that you mentioned? And if you're planning a wedding or have a wedding, where can we find good resources?
Yeah, Shutterfly.com and Shutterfly on all platforms is a great place to go. There's lots of wedding planning tips and tricks and inspiration and the whole 9.
Well, thank you so much, Claire, for joining us today. Really appreciate your wedding expertise on our show. And thank you so much for your time. We'll be back with more right after this.